And there you have it, folks. As you heard on the overhead, it is time for Matsu Miners Baseball. Game number 23 of the 43rd season of Miners Baseball is about to set off here at Herman Brothers Field in Palmer, Alaska. I'm Brandon Monty, joined alongside Nick Veland here on YouTube Live. Happy as always to be bringing you Matsu Miners Baseball all season long, with first pitch just a few moments away. Let's look at the starting lineup for the visiting Anchorage Bucs, managed by Grant Palmer. Isaac Barrera is leading things off in center field. Chad Castillo bats second. He's in left. Blake Paw is hitting third, and he'll be the DH. Batting fourth is first baseman Ryan Sullivan. Fifth is the second baseman Cole Tate. Sixth, and doing the catching, is Caden Hobson. Batting seventh, right fielder Justin Vandebrake. In the eighth spot, third baseman Justin Cook, and rounding out the order is Taishi Nakawaki. He is at short. On the mound for the Matsu Miners tonight, making appearance number 6 on the year, his 5th start from Chula Vista, California, left-hander Randy Abshire. The 6'3", 175-pound southpaw from Chula Vista, California, and the University of Arizona. He is 2-0 on the year, 2.82 earned run average in 22 1/3 innings of work. He has allowed just 1 earned run in his last 13 innings after allowing 6 in his first 9 1/3. He has been on fire as of late and looking to keep it going against this Anchorage Bucs team. Bucs enter tonight's ball game 16-7, a game and a half ahead of the Matsu Miners for first place in the Alaska Baseball League. This is the 10th time that these teams will meet this season, and just one of 2 times in July. They met 9 times in June. Isaac Barrera digs into the batter's box, a left-handed hitter. Randy Abshire working from the stretch. First pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a heater that misses upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Isaac Barrera. Another gorgeous night here at Palmer for some baseball. 81 degrees is our first pitch temperature, as the 1-0 pitch, another fastball that misses upstairs. 2-0. First pitch tonight coming in at 7:04. As the Miners 14-8 on the year, winners of their last 4 contests, looking to end this homestand 4-0 as the 2-0 gets away to the backstop. So Abshire down in the count, 3-0 to the Bucs leadoff hitter Isaac Barrera, who enters this game 3rd in the Alaska Baseball League with a .364 average. He's also 3rd in the league in hits, has 17 runs scored and 11 RBIs. 3-0 pitch on the way to Barrera is a called strike 1, and he threw his bat over towards the on-deck circle, but the home plate umpire says, not so fast, my friend. So he'll take the walk of shame back to the batter's box here. 3-1 now the count, still a hitter's count. Randy Abshire has allowed 12 hits on the year, 7 runs, all of them earned. 3-1 pitch on its way is chopped back to the mound. Abshire picks it up, flips it over to first in time for out number 1. Good defensive work there by the Miners starting pitcher as we look at our defensive alignment for Tyler LeBrun's Miners tonight. Aaron Walters is behind the plate doing the catching. Drew Williamson's at first. Kobe Boulware's at second. Ricky Martinez is at short, and Cody Huff's at third. In the outfield, Colin Montez is out in left, Eric Webb's in center, and Justin Kirby's in right. 2-hitter for the Bucs is Chad Castillo. Another lefty-lefty matchup here to start in this top of the first inning. First pitch to Castillo on the way is a breaking ball that drops in for strike 1. Great slider there from Randy Abshire, who's got a curveball, a changeup, and a fastball that tops out at about 90 miles per hour in his arsenal. Abshire working from the left side of the rubber. The 0-1 pitch on the way is fouled straight back off the screen. So he's got Castillo down in the count 0-2. Good job here recovering from that first at-bat where he fell behind 3-0, as now he has thrown 4 consecutive strikes. Abshire tied for 3rd in the ABL in wins this year. 6th in strikeouts entering tonight's ball game. He's got 24 of them. 0-2 pitch on its way is hit foul to the left side, and that one will get out of play. 0-2 again the count. Another nice, beautiful view out in left field of the Pioneer Peak Mountain. Barely any cloud coverage tonight, mostly sunny. Another beautiful night for baseball here in the Matsunuka Valley. Abshire leans in, gets his sign from catcher Aaron Walters. Another 0-2 coming, just misses off the black on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 now the count to the dangerous Chad Castillo. who enters tonight's ball game a .333 hitter. 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs on June 30th against the Chinooks as he lines one over to second. A dive by Boulware, but he can't come up with it. So it's a base hit for Castillo as he stays hot here. He has done pretty well this year against the Miners. An RBI in 7 of the 9 games he has played this year against Mat-Su, and he finds his way aboard here. 1 on, 1 out. First hit of the ball game as coming in is Blake Paw. So an Arizona Wildcat matchup here. Paw enters this game a 200 hitter, the league leader in home runs with 5 of them. Abshire still working from the stretch, comes set at the belt. First pitch runs inside and gets Paw right on the leg. So Abshire struggling a bit with his command here early on. 2 runners on base now, 1 out. Still a scoreless ball game as the Bucs have put themselves in good position to strike first here. And coming up is the cleanoff man Ryan Sullivan, who homered in his last game against the Miners on June 29th. He is one of 3 players in the Alaska Baseball League with 3 or more home runs, the other 2 being Blake Paw, who was just hit, and then Justin Kirby of the Miners, who is playing right field today. Abshire steps back out onto the mound, looking to work his way out of trouble here early. First pitch to Sullivan on its way is a fastball in there for a called strike right at the belt. 0-1 the count now to Sullivan, who is an Aurora, Colorado native. Just finished his junior year at Gonzaga where he hit .252. .324 hitter thus far in the Alaska Baseball League. Digs into the right-handed batter's box. Abshire comes set. Checks the runner at second, gives Castillo another look. Now the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs, so the count even 1-1. Abshire 6th in the league in strikeouts, 7th in ERA. He's one of 5 pitchers on this Miners roster with 2 wins on the year. Brandon Birdsell, Connor Clark, Blake Payton, and George Arias are the others. Abshire ready. The 1-1 is fouled off the catcher, and 1-2 now the count. Bucs come in 16-7, managed by Grant Palmer. In his first season as the skipper, Jerry McClanahan assistant coach, Bob Macaluso is another assistant. Sullivan digs in. Abshire is ready. 1-2 pitch coming up here. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Abshire deals, and it just misses. For ball 2, 2-2 now the count to Sullivan, who comes in having a hit in 11 of his last 13 games, and in that span, 16 RBIs. Second in the league in that category, also tied for second in doubles with 6 of them. Digs back in. Abshire's ready. 2-2 pitch on the way is lined foul to the right side, and that one will get out of play. Reminder, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. Abshire leans in, working deliberately here in the first. Gets his sign from Aaron Walters. Gives Castillo a look at second. Another 2-2 pitch on the way, and ring him up. Strike 3 looking on the fastball right there, and a big out number 2. Good bounce back there by Abshire after allowing the last 2 base runners to get aboard, and now Cole Tate steps in. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the first, still a scoreless ball game. Chad Castillo got a single. Blake Paw was hit by a pitch. That's how the 2 men have reached in this half of the inning for the Bucs. Cole Tate stepping in, a Bishop, Georgia native, ready in the right-handed batter's box. Abshire comes set at the belt. First pitch on the way is fouled to the left side over towards the on-deck circle where Caden Hobson awaits. First game here in July for the Anchorage Bucs. As for the Miners, they kicked off July on a pretty high note last night in their first extra inning game of the year, and first extra inning win for that matter. 4-3 on a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the 12th inning. Abshire ready, 0-1 on the way, misses upstairs, 1-1. After this, the Miners won't have too many more home games in the near future. They travel to Kenai tomorrow for a 6-game series with the Peninsula Oilers that will go from tomorrow until Sunday, July 7th. 1-1 pitch on the way to Tate is waved at and missed, and Abshire one strike away from getting himself out of trouble here in the first inning. In his last outing against the Pilots, back on June 26th, the 6'3", 175-pound lefty Randy Abshire went 6 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's won his last 2 appearances. 1-2 pitch is on the way, misses upstairs and away for a ball, 2-2. Abshire had the 3rd best ERA of all relievers at the University of Arizona this past season. Got his first career win as a Wildcat back on March 19th against New Mexico State. He's got 14 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. He's looked pretty impressive. 2-2 pitch on the way is fouled. Tate just barely nicked it off catcher Aaron Walters, so we'll do it again, 2-2. As Cole Tate takes a couple steps out of the box here, trying to recollect himself. A few practice hacks. Count still even. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on base for the Bucs in the top of the first via a single and a hit by pitch. Abshire takes a deep breath. Checks Castillo twice. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 looking. Breaking ball froze Tate there as it paints the inside corner for a called strike 3. Side retired. Bucs leave 2 stranded in the top of the first. Miners coming to bat in their half of the first inning. Still a scoreless ball game. Miners coming up here in the bottom of the first as we look at the starting lineup put forth by manager Tyler LeBrun. Leading things off is Kobe Boulware. He's at second base. Eric Webb batting in the 2 spot, playing center. Aaron Walters bats third. He's catching. In the 4th spot is Drew Williamson. He's at first. Justin Kirby bats 5th. He's in right. Cody Huff, the 6th hitter, he's in 3rd. Sam Thompson bats 7th. He's the designated hitter. 8th is Ricky Martinez at short, and Colin Montez rounds out the order. He is in left. Kobe Boulware leads things off against Michael Frias of the Anchorage Bucs. First pitch to Boulware, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. This is Frias' 7th appearance of the year, his first start, no decisions, 3 ERA in 12 innings of work. 1-0 pitch on the way to Boulware, again missing, this time off the outside part of the plate. 2-0, now the count. Frias has appeared twice against the Miners this season. The 2-0 pitch to Boulware just misses off the black there, so he's missed on 3 close ones to start the bottom of the first. 3-0. Not really getting the benefit of the doubt here as Frias in the bottom of the first as a 3-0 misses, so it's a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first for the Miners. As let's take a look at our defensive alignment for the Bucs. Caden Hobson is behind the plate. Ryan Sullivan's at first. Cole Tate's at second. Taishi Nakawaki's at short. And Justin Cook is over at third. In the outfield, Chad Castillo's in left. Isaac Pereira's in center. And Justin Vanderbrake is out in right. Eric Webb batting in the 2 spot today. He had started his previous 17 games in the leadoff spot as the first pitch to him misses. And that's 5 straight, Nick, for Frias out of the gate, out of the zone.
Yeah, lacking some control. There were some questionable calls by the umpire. This very close to the strike zone, but just missed outside. So we'll see how he adapts. Because remember, the Bucs have been struggling in the first inning against the Miners.
1-0 pitch on the way is in there for a called strike one at the knees, and a sigh of relief there for Michael Frias. You can tell by the facial expressions and the body language in that first at-bat that he was not feeling the strike zone from the home plate umpire. Even count 1-1. Boulware gets his lead from first, and now Frias throws back over, and Boulware dives back in safely head first. Boulware 3 for 4 on the year in stolen bases. A threat to steal a bag as he gets his lead, and now Frias throws back, and he nearly goes over the head of Ryan Sullivan, and then Boulware stepped off the bag as Sullivan was. There's an interesting play. I thought Boulware might have thought that the ball went over his head with the way some of the guys were cheering over there.
That's what I think.
Boulware gets a 2.5-step lead. Frias working from the stretch as the 1-1 pitch is lined. One hopper to short. Nakawaki picks it up, flips to second for one, back to first, and a double play, 6 to 4 to 3. So Webb is set down. 2 outs now there on the twin killing as Aaron Walters comes up looking to get something started with 2 down here in the first.
Yeah, you don't see that often, getting those 2 guys out on a double play. That ball was hit right at the shortstop, Tashi Nakawaki, that he was able to flip it over to second quickly. He'll throw it over to first in time. Way to get those 2 outs there by the Bucs.
First pitch to Aaron Walters, a changeup that drops in at the knees for a called strike one. Walters has been hot as of late, a 6-game hitting streak. The season high 3 hits against the Bucs back on June 24th. The 0-1 pitch to Wally on its way is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, 1-1. We've seen Walters' defensive versatility on display over this last week. He's played several different positions for the Miners as he hits one well out to left field, but it's right at Chad Castillo, who has to leap a little bit, and off of 1 foot makes the leaping catch for out number 3. A well-hit ball, just not placed quite well enough as the side is retired. Miners get a leadoff man on the walk, but it quickly is erased by a double play. They go 1-2-3. We're through 1 here at Herman Brothers Field. No score between the Bucs and the Miners. Caden Hobson is going to lead things off for the Bucs here in the top of the second. The 6, 7, 8 are due up for Grant Palmer's Bucs in the top half of inning number 2. Hobson digs in, a left-handed hitter. Will soon be teammates with Randy Abshire at the University of Arizona as the first pitch to the recent Redlands East Valley High School graduate drops in at the knees for a called strike one. Abshire 5th in the ABL this year in opponents' batting average as they're hitting just 156 against the left-hander. Pretty good numbers there, as the 0-1 pitch on the way to Hobson misses upstairs, so the count is now even at 1-1. Abshire works both corners of the plate pretty well, locates his pitches pretty good. Got a good curveball with a lot of late movement on it, as we saw in that first inning there, and over his last couple of starts has used it very effectively. 1-1 pitch on the way, and just as I said, the curveball drops in on the outside part of the plate. Plenty of movement on it, more of a slider, but regardless, it's 1-2 as Hobson steps back in. .333 hitter on the year, with 5 runs scored, as the 1-2 pitch is waved at, popped up on the infield. Over is Cody Huff. He settles underneath it, and the third baseman makes the catch for out number 1. So first man of the inning set down for the Anchorage Bucs to start this top of the second, and coming up to bat now is Justin Vanderbrake, the right fielder. Vanderbrake's been in a bit of a funk at the plate as of late. 1 of 12, 6 strikeouts over his last 3 games. 0 for 5 with the hat trick, 3 strikeouts against the Chinooks on June 30th. First pitch to Vanderbrake, a fastball that's right at the knees for strike 1. Miners have won 4 of their last 5 games against these Anchorage Bucs. Abshire ready. The 0-1 pitch on the way is chopped foul over towards the Bucs dugout on the third base side. 0-2. Now the count to Vanderbrake. Enters this game a .278 hitter from Tacoma Community College, where he put on a pretty good display this past season. In his sophomore year was a .398 hitter, 60 RBIs, 22 doubles. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. Abshire steps off, recollects himself on the mound. As he gives the nod to Aaron Walters, he's got the pitch that he wants. 0-2 is on the way, and the breaking pitch misses way outside for ball 1, 1-2. Miners have won 8 consecutive games here at Herman Brothers Field. They dropped 3 of their first 4 from June 5th to June 8th to start this season, but have since been practically untouchable here in Palmer, as the 1-2 is popped up. This one out in the shallow part of the outfield. Ranging over is the second baseman, and Kobe Boulware makes the catch out in shallow left center field. He had to cover a good amount of ground to get to it, but he said he had the best angle on it, and he did for out number 2. 2 pop-outs to start the top of the second. Good pitching thus far by Abshire as he looks to put another 0 on the board. Justin Cook steps in, the 8th hitting third baseman for the Bucs today. The ABL leader in triples. He's got 3 of them. Been struggling with contact as of late. He struck out in 9 straight games. 12 strikeouts in that span, as the first pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Cook, a Virginia Beach, Virginia native, spent this past year as a member of the Richmond Spiders. Hit .258, 12 extra base hits. The 1-0 on the way to him is lined foul to the right side and out of play. Just a reminder, folks, if a foul ball does damage to your car, you can always stop in and visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more details. 1-1 pitch on the way is grounded over to short. Going to be a tough play, but it's corralled by Martinez. Throws over to first, but the throw is just a bit high and gets over Drew Williamson. That was going to be a tough play. Martinez had to slide to his knees just to get to it. A hard hit ball, but he was able to collect it, but couldn't quite make the throw there, and that'll go down as a single for Justin Cook, the second hit of the ball game for the Bucs. And they've got a base runner here on first with 2 down for the 9th hitting shortstop, Taishi Nakawaki. Nakawaki steps in, right-handed hitter. Cook gets his lead from first. Abshire is ready. Gives Cook a look. Now the first pitch to Nakawaki misses upstairs for ball 1. The right-handed hitting shortstop, a native of Torrance, California, hit .299 this past year at El Camino Community College. He has started every game at short that the Bucs have played against the Miners this season. 1-0 pitch is on its way, and it's fouled straight back over the press box, out of play, 1-1. Nakawaki 1 for 3 with 2 runs in their June 30th game against the Chinooks. Bucs are 4-0 when he drives in a run this season. Abshire's ready at the belt. 1-1 on the way is waved at and missed. Actually tipped it into the catcher's mitt. But regardless, it's still strike two. 1-2 the count. Runner on first with 2 down. Still a scoreless ball game here at Herman Brothers Field. Between the Bucs and the Miners, the top 2 teams in the Alaska Baseball League, currently separated by just 1.5 games. 1-2 on the way is popped up. Foul ground behind the plate. Walters is underneath it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Bucs leave a man on. 3 pop-outs for Abshire in the top of the second. You'll like that as a pitcher, as the Miners are coming to bat. Bottom of the second, still a scoreless ball game.
Williamson.
4-5-6 coming up for the Miners. Bottom of the second here at Herman Brothers Field. Scoreless ball game. Bucs 0, Miners 0. Drew Williamson leads off against Michael Frias. First pitch to Williamson is hit in the air, out to left field. Castillo is underneath it though, makes the catch as he took about 5 steps to his right and settled underneath it for a 1-pitch out to start the home half of inning number 2. Justin Kirby is coming up to bat for the Miners, looking to avenge Williamson here and get something started. Kirby, an Alpharetta, Georgia native and Kent State Golden Flash this past year, comes in hitting .259, tied for first in the ABL in runs scored with 17 of them. Shares that honor with teammate Eric Webb and Isaac Barrera of the Bucs. First pitch to Kirby on its way is a breaking ball that drops in on the low inside part of the plate for strike 1. Kirby tied for second in the ABL in home runs. He's got 4 of them, one of 3 players with 3 or more dingers. 0-1 pitch misses in the dirt. Good layoff there by Kirby, 1-1. Kirby 22 hits, that's good for 6th in the league. Also tied for 3rd in hit by pitches. He's been plunked 5 times. The 1-1, another breaking ball that catches the outside corner for strike 2. So 1-2 the count now to the Miners' 5th hitter. It's the first time this year that Kirby's batted below 3 in the lineup. Tyler LeBrun making a lot of changes to the top of the lineup today. Frias from the windup, 1-2 on the way. Fastball in the dirt, 2-2. Nick, what do you think the reasoning is behind some of the shuffling in the lineup?
I think it's with Colby Bulwer coming up. He's shown that he's proved himself to be a starter. He's shown his speed as a good top of the lineup hitter. Tyler just, switching things around.
As the 2-2 pitch is lofted out to shallow right field. Going to be a tough play, and it is caught by Cole Tate. He made a running catch over the shoulder. Ball hit out in no man's land out in shallow right. Vandenbrake slid right under Cole Tate there as he was able to make the running play for a tough out number 2, as Cody Huff will have to get something started here for the Miners. Huff, a .302 hitter, working on a 6-game hit streak. He is second on the Miners in average. First pitch to him, fastball, misses inside for ball 1. Huff, 3rd on the team in runs, hits, and walks. He's 7 for 21 during his hit streak with 5 RBIs as the 1-0 two-seamer that misses inside again, 2-0 for Michael Frias. First appearance of the year against the Miners, he went 4 innings giving up 2 runs, but his last time out on June 29th held him scoreless in 2 innings as Huff waves and misses at a 2-0 breaking pitch, perhaps looking for something harder there. 2-1 the count. Frias a season-high 6 strikeouts at UC Davis back on May 15th. Frias just finished his sophomore year at the University of California, Irvine, as the 2-1 misses upstairs. Hitters count 3-1 to Cody Huff. Frias in his 7th appearance, first start. Opponents hitting .217 against him. He's working quickly now as the 3-1 is a little nubber, and no, it hit foul first as it was collected by the third baseman Justin Cook. Looked like it hit off Huff's foot there, so 3-2 now the count. Nobody on, 2 down. Full count pitch coming up to Huff here. As Huff recollects himself, shakes off the foul ball and steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Frias ready from the windup, deals 3-2, and it just misses off the outside part of the plate for ball 4. So Huff takes his base, 11th walk of the season for the right-hander, and the Miners have a base runner with Sam Thompson coming up. Thompson 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts in last night's game. DHing today, he's also played catcher and left field for the Miners this season, and he redshirted in the 2019 year at Kent State. Huff gets his lead. First pitch to Thompson, a fastball in there on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Thompson hitting .194 for the Miners, .268 on base percentage, .250 slugging, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles, 5 runs scored. Frias working from the stretch. He's ready at the belt. 0-1 on the way is hit well out to left field. Castillo is running back, however, makes the catch. And just as the first inning ended with a line drive to left, the second will as well. Side is retired. Miners leave 1 stranded. We're through 2 here at Herman Brothers Field. Still no score. Top of the order coming up for the Bucs here in the top of the 3rd. Still no score at Herman Brothers Field. Just 2 hits between the squads through 2 innings, both of which belong to the Bucs. Isaac Barrera is going to lead things off. Chad Castillo is waiting in the on-deck circle. He's got one of the 2 Bucs hits here on the evening thus far. A good breeze of wind blowing in at about 13 miles an hour from center in as the first pitch to Barrera catches the outside corner. A slider there from Abshire. 0-1 now the count. Defense playing a slap formation here. And off-field formation as the 0-1 again catches the outside corner. 0-2 is now the count to the slap hitter Barrera, who is hitting .364 on the year. Pretty good formation they got here, Nick. A nice shift to the opposite field as we see the center fielder, Eric Webb, in the left center gap, and Montez playing in as the 0-2 to Barrera is grounded over to second. Boulware is up with it, throws over to first in time for out number 1. So Barrera goes down on a ground out for the second time today, this time to the second baseman, Boulware. So 1 up, 1 down for Abshire here in the third, and Chad Castillo steps in. He singled in his first time around. Castillo, the ABL leader in most double plays grounded into. He has 7 of them on the year. That won't be a problem for him here. Nobody on base, 1 out. Still scoreless ball game. First pitch to Castillo is hit hard over to the first base side, but foul as it rolls over towards the Miners bullpen in the right field corner. 322 to the left field fence here at Herman Brothers Field. 342 out to left center. 390 to center. 345 to right center, 322 to the right field foul pole. So a little bit friendlier to righties as the 0-1 is fouled hard, this time down the left side over towards the Bucs bullpen in the left field corner. So Castillo working all fields here to start this at bat. 0-2 now the count to the Santa Ana, California native who was a freshman All-American this past year at Cal Baptist out of the Western Athletic Conference. 0-2 pitch is on its way, and it's popped up in foul territory behind the plate. Walters running over, but he won't have a play on this one as it sails out of play into the seats. 0-2 will do it again. Remember, folks, with all this nice weather, summer is the perfect opportunity to work on your golf game. The Palmer Golf Course is located right in the heart of Palmer, just about 2 miles here from Herman Brothers Field. Call 907-745-4653 for more information. Abshire still working from the stretch. 0-2 is on the way, and it's chopped over to second. Boulware getting his money's worth here in this inning as he flips over to Williamson. So 2 groundouts to second base to start the Bucs half of the third as Abshire looks to put down this very talented 1-2-3 lineup in order here as Blake Paw comes back up to bat. Paw was plunked in the leg his first time around on the first pitch. Digs back into the right-handed batter's box. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts on June 29th against the Miners as the first pitch to him is a little nubber. Pop-up, Williamson running over in foul ground, can't quite get it. As that one corkscrewed off the skinnier part of the bat there by Paw. A little blooper in foul ground off the first base side, but not quite in Williamson's range. So 0-1 now the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Scoreless ball game here in Palmer, 0-0. Bucs and Miners duking it out as they usually do. 0-1 pitch on the way to Paw. Runs inside and almost gets him again there, 1-1. 13 runs scored, 13 RBIs, 2 doubles, 5 home runs, 9 walks, and he's second in the ABL in strikeouts with 24. Blake Paw is, as the 2-1 is outside. That was ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Miners 9-3 at home this year, looking for their 9th straight here at Herman Brothers Field. 2-1 on the way upstairs. Hitters count now 3-1. Miners pitching staff holding opponents to just a 206 average. That's good for first in the league. Least amount of runs allowed as well. 3-1 on the way upstairs for ball 4. So Blake Paul will take his base. He's reached twice now. Still has yet to register an at-bat here this evening. He was hit his first time and walked this time around as the dangerous Ryan Sullivan steps back in for the Bucs. Second plate appearance on the day for him. He was struck out on 6 pitches in his first time aboard in the first inning of this one. Sullivan steps back in. Homered against the Miners on June 29th against Grant Sloan as the first pitch to him is a called strike with the fastball on the inside part of the plate. Sullivan was at Iowa Western Community College before transferring to Gonzaga. Digs back in, down 0-1. Abshire deals, and the breaking ball is waved at and missed. Sullivan was out in front and over the top of that one. 0-2. Now the count. Abshire 1 strike away from working himself out of this inning. Paw on first. Has 1 stolen base this year in 1 attempt, but not much of a threat to run as the 0-2 pitch misses upstairs. Try to get him to chase, but Sullivan wasn't biting there. 1-2. This is the 6th game of a 7-game road trip for the Anchorage Bucs. Bucs are 3-2 on this trip. Abshire ready at the belt. The 1-2 is fouled straight back off the screen, so we'll do it again. 1-2. The 3 wins on this trip for the Bucs have come against the Chinooks, and their 2 losses have come against the Miners. As the Bucs' next game will be on July 4th, but they won't officially count in the standings, as they'll be playing the Pilots twice. The 1-2 on the way is fouled, just barely nicked it as it goes to the backstop again, so 1-2 now the count. Entering today, the Bucs 16-7, a game and a half ahead of the Miners for first. Miners a game and a half ahead of the Anchorage Glacier Pilots for second. Pilots 13-10, 3 games out of first. The Oilers snapped a 6-game losing streak last night. They're 8-16, 8.5 out in fourth. And the Chinooks 6-16 as the 1-2 runs inside and misses. 2-2. Chinooks have now lost 5 straight ball games after last night's walk-off loss in 12 innings, as they are sitting 9.5 out of first, but only a game out of the 4th and final playoff spot, as teams will be making their playoff pushes here in the second half, as the 2-2 is lined to third, but a beautiful diving play by Cody Huff. Great reaction time over at the hot corner, and the side is retired. Bucs leave a man stranded. Great glove work by Huff. We're through 2.5 at Herman Brothers Field. No score between the Bucs and the Miners.
Ricky Martinez.
8-9-1 coming up for the Miners here. Bottom of the 3rd. Still no score between the Valley's finest and the Anchorage Bucs. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland bringing you Mat-Su Miners baseball here on YouTube Live, as the first pitch from Frias to Martinez misses low for a ball. 1-0. Martinez a 163 hitter, but he's been hot over his last couple contests. 2 consecutive 2-hit games as the 1-0 pitch misses away. 2-0 now the count to the Morgan Hill, California native. Martinez started off the year slowly, 3 for his first 36. The Miners are 4-0 when he gets a hit in a game, as the 2-0 misses low, so 3-0 quickly the count to the Miners' leadoff hitter in the inning. Waiting in the on-deck circle, Colin Montez with the top of the order and Kobe Boulware to follow. Here comes a 3-0 offering, and it misses inside, so a 4-pitch walk, second time that a 4-pitch walk has occurred here in this ball game, as Colin Montez stepping into the box. First appearance on the day for the left-handed hitter. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout, pinch hitting in last night's ball game. He'll get another crack at it today. He has struck out and walked in each of his last 3 games and is tied for first on the team with 11 free passes. Frias is ready from the stretch off the right side of the rubber. The first pitch to Montez misses low for a ball. So 1-0 now the count. Kobe Boulware waiting in the on. Bucs enter this ball game 100 walks on the season. That is fourth in the way to Montez is in there. Fastball catches the low part of the plate at the knees for strike one. 2-1 is now the count. Still a scoreless ball game. Runner at first. Nobody down. Ricky Martinez gets a 3-step lead. Frias ready from the stretch. The pitch is on its way, and the 2-1 misses away. 3-1 now. Hitters count to Colin Montez, who can sit dead red here on a fastball, looking for something in the zone. Montez, the only player to start all games for Washington State this past year, and he was tied for the team lead in homers as the 3-1 is fouled off to the left side in the air, out of play. 3-2, now the count to the Miners' 9-hitter. Montez hit 4 home runs this past year for the Cougars, again tied for the team lead. 19 RBIs, he hit 286, 31 runs scored. Martinez gets his lead from first. He has yet to steal a base for the Miners. 3-2 on the way to Montez is fouled off the catcher's mitt. So another 3-2 will be on its way. Montez steps back into the box, awaiting another 3-2 offering. Frias is ready. The pitch misses away, ball 4. 12th walk of the year for Colin Montez. Leads the team in that stat. 2 free passes to start the bottom of the third for Michael Frias. So first and second, nobody down, as catcher Caden Hobson goes out to have a word with his pitcher. Nick Frias struggling here in the bottom of the third inning.
He is a little lack of command. Saw a little more of command against Colin Montez, was able to battle back from getting down the count early, but gave it away there. Top of the lineup now for the Miners. Usually been strong for them. Kobe Boulware and Eric Webb up with 2 on. Should be interesting to see what they can do.
It's a bunt situation, and Boulware lays down the bunt. He hits it over to third. Frias collects it, throws over to first for the force out, but Boulware does his job there as the sacrifice bunt moves both base runners up 90 feet into scoring position. Second and third, 1 out for the team leader in RBIs, Eric Webb. Webb, the league leader in RBIs for that matter. 4th in average, hitting .333. Has been struggling a bit over his last couple contests. 1 for 10 in his last 3 games. 5 for 25 this year against the Bucs. Second and third, 1 out. First pitch to Webb on its way is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Frias has not been wild this season. Just 2 walks in 12 innings entering this ball game. But on the day, he's already got 4 of them. Second and third, 1 out, 1-0 count to Eric Webb. Frias deals from the stretch, and it's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike 1.
And that's what these Miners hitters do. They battle counts as much as possible. They make the pitchers earn their outs, and that's why they're so impressive so far in these past couple games.
Webb led Central Missouri in doubles, triples, homers, and RBIs this past year. 1-1 pitch on the way to him is hit well in the air out to left field. Castillo is retreating, and this ball is off the wall. Martinez is going to score. Rounding third is Colin Montez, and he will score. It's a 2-run double for Eric Webb in the bottom of the third, and the Miners strike first. It's 2-0. Miners finally catch a break on a deep ball hit to left field. Castillo's been able to track down plenty of them that have been hit his way out in left, but not that one. Didn't have a play on it as he let it bounce off the wall. Eric Webb picks up RBIs number 19 and 20 on the season. 6th double of the year. He's now standing on second with 1 out. Miners now lead it 2-0. Aaron Walters looks to keep it going. Digs into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Called strike 1. Walters flew out to left his first time aboard back in inning number 1. Has a hit in 8 of his last 9 games. 0-1 on the way. Another breaking ball, another called strike. On the outside corner, this one at the knees, 0-2 is the count to Aaron Walters, who comes in hitting .267. Very versatile as a cleanup hitter the past couple games, hitting 3 tonight. He can hit to all fields and has very good bat speed. 0-2 on the way, a third straight breaking ball, but this one not catching the plate, misses away, 1-2. As Free is not giving Walters anything hard to hit here, going after him with strictly off-speed stuff in his second plate appearance of the day. Drew Williamson waiting in the on-deck circle as Free is taking too long on the mound as Walters signals time, steps out of the box, and now back in, recollecting himself. Looking to add to the Miners' total here in the bottom of the third. They're now up 2-0. The 0-2 is on the way, and it's hit in the air. Out to left field. Castillo takes a couple steps in and makes the catch. So for the second straight at bat, Walters flies out to left, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, your first baseman, number 35, Drew Williamson.
Cleanup man Drew Williamson digs in. Flew out to left field in his first time around. Get another crack at it here with a runner at second, 2 down. In this bottom of the third inning, Miners up 2-0 after a 2-run double by Eric Webb. Free is ready at the belt from the right side of the rubber. Gives Webb a look at second now. First pitch to Williamson, a breaking ball for ball 1. And Nick Free is really dependent on that breaking ball here these last couple at-bats. He's used it pretty frequently.
Yeah, he's seen a pitch that works this inning. He hasn't been able to control his fastball this inning, so he's relied on this breaking ball to really get in the zone of these batters.
Williamson waves and misses a big hack there by the cleanup hitter, but he came up empty. 1-1 is now the count. Miners going with their camouflage jerseys tonight with yellow lettering and numbering, white pants. Bucs going with their typical road uniforms, black jerseys, gray pants with gold lettering and numbering, similar to that of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1-1 pitch on the way to Williamson, waved at and missed. On top of the breaking ball there, 1-2 now the count. By the way, folks, the Miners are giving away their Military Appreciation Night uniforms. They are available to bid on, or you can buy them now for $250 each jersey. They were worn for just one game back on Military Appreciation Night on June 17th. As the 1-2 pitch on the way, waved at and missed on the breaking ball in the dirt for strike 3, and the side is retired, but not before the Miners put up 2. Eric Webb's RBI double, 2-run RBI double for that matter, makes it 2-0 Miners after 3. I'm throwing it over to Nick Veland for the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings of this one. When we come back, Bucs coming to bat. Miners lead it 2-0. Top of the 4th. Coming up shortly.
Welcome here to the top of the 4th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0 on an Eric Webb double in the bottom half of the 3rd inning to get the Miners on the board in this ball game. Randy Abshire still on the mound for the Miners. First pitch on the inning is lined right at shortstop, Ricky Martinez, and he'll make that catch for out number 1.
Now batting, catcher number 11, Caden Hobson.
As Caden Hobson comes up to the plate in this one. So Cole Tate out number 1 for Randy Abshire here in the top of the 4th inning on a line drive right at Ricky Martinez at short. As Hobson stands up at the plate, a .333 hitter for the Bucs. The first pitch to him is a curveball that will curve just inside of the batter's box and will miss for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Randy Abshire ready at the belt, kicks and deals the 1-0 pitch, and that will miss inside again for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Abshire ready, the 2-0 pitch. Year went 1-0 for him. The payoff pitch will be in there. Is in there for a 3 down for the Bucs in this inning as we go to the bottom half. Justin Kirby get things going here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. First pitch to him will be in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Kirby. He popped out in the 2nd inning to second baseman Cole Tate over at second. The 0-1 pitch to him will miss outside for ball 1. 1-1 is now the count. As Kirby, Alpharetta, Georgia native, up at the plate. The 1-1 pitch to him. Curveball popped him up, but that will go right behind us for strike 2. And the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Few signs, gets the 3rd one he likes. The 2-2 pitch will run inside and miss for ball 3, and the count will go full to Brady on the mound. And Huff walked his first at bat, and first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Huff. As Frias looks over to Kirby at first. Kicks and deals the 0-1 pitch, as that will miss inside, and the count leaving up at 1-1. Miners lead this one 2-0. Although the Bucs lead the Miners in hits 2-1. Both teams with 0 errors, as Frias ready with the 1-1 pitch. Kirby goes on a hit and run. Huff will foul that out of play, so Kirby has to go back to first. And the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kirby, a threat to steal, went 9 for 11 in his past season at Kent State. 2 for 3 on the season as a Miner. So he's done it before, and he can do it again. As he went the last pitch, and we'll see what he can do on this pitch. The 1-2 pitch, line to right field. We'll see if that drops, and that will drop foul down the right field line, and the count will remain 1-2. So a great hit there by Huff, but just goes foul. As Kirby will have to run back to first on another foul ball. Huff, 302 hitter, and currently has a 6-game hit streak. Looking to extend that one here. Kirby at first, Huff at the plate, Michael Frias on the mound. Frias will throw back to first to keep Kirby honest over there. Kirby back in time as Frias will re-toe the mound and get ready for the 1-2 pitch. As Frias looks over to first. Looks back at the catcher. The 1-2 pitch is grounded to third base as Justin Cook makes the play and throws over to second in time to get the lead runner. So Justin Kirby is out at second. Huff will take first on the fielder's choice, bringing up Sam Thompson.
Now batting, your designated hitter number 18, Sam Thompson.
Thompson steps in the right-handed batter's box, ready to go here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 1 out, man on first. As Thompson, a 194 hitter for the Miners, is ready at the plate. Frias, we're ready for the first pitch to him, is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out to Sam Thompson. As it is a gorgeous night for baseball. Pioneers Peak can see perfectly right behind the left field fence. As Thompson ready, the 1-0 pitch is grounded to Justin Cook again. He makes the play, throws the second in time for 1. The throw to first will beat Thompson by a step for out number 3. So that'll be your inning as the Miners will go up 3 up, 3 down in this inning. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, Miners lead this one 2-0.
Leading off the Bucs 5th.
8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Bucs here in the top of the 5th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. And Randy Abshire still on the mound, pitching beautifully through 4 innings. First pitch to Justin Cook at the plate, coming off last inning with great defensive plays. As he's ready at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to him. Abshire ready. The 1-0 pitch is fouled out of play, and the count will even up at 1-1. Frontiersmen and 100.9 Country Legends Day at the park, where they're celebrating the Special Olympians here at the ballpark. We had a special pregame ceremony for all those athletes as Abshire kicks and deals the 1-1 pitch in the 2-1 pitch. Will miss outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. California, 167 hitter in the ABL so far on the season. Popped up behind the plate to end the second inning, as the first pitch to him is popped up, as Walters behind the plate will run as far as he can, as that will go out of play for strike one. No balls, one strike, one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Abshire looks in to get his sign. Sees the one he wants. The 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back, and that would have been in this room if that fence was not there. So we are very grateful for the fencing in front of us, as that would have been our souvenir without it. No balls, two strikes. Now Nakawaki. The 0-2 pitch will miss for ball one. 1-2 is now the count to Nakawaki at the plate, as Nakawaki goes to El Camino Community College. As the 1-2 pitch is lined, a little blooper down the first base line that will stay fair, and Nakawaki will be in with a with a one-out single, to start things here in the fifth inning with one out. Top of the lineup, Isaac Barrera now at the plate. Barrera out of Kent, Washington, attends Gonzaga University. A .364 hitter on the season. Very high average for him as he steps in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Barrera will miss outside for ball one. 1-0 is the count. Barrera 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to Abshire on the mound in the first inning. In the third inning, he grounded out to Boulware at second, as the 1-0 pitch will miss low for ball two. Two balls, no strikes to Barrera at the plate. The 2-0 pitch to him will miss high, and just like that, Abshire is way behind in this count, 3-0. Abshire looks in, looks over to first, and the 3-0 pitch will be in there for a called strike one. And the count will move to 3-1. So a hitter's count now for Barrera. As Abshire looks over at first, delivers the 3-1. That will miss outside for ball four. So runners on first and second for the Bucs in this inning. As
Now batting left fielder number 26, Chad Castillo.
he'll have to work his way out of this one, just like in the first inning, where he had runners at first and second with one out. We'll see what he can do here, as pitching coach Jeff Erlab will come and have a little chat with Abshire and the rest of the infield on the mound on this one. So, Brandon, what do you think Erlab's message to the team is in this situation?
Well, normally a lot of times with these young pitchers, they like to try to speed things up and work as quickly through these innings as possible. You want to establish a rhythm on the mound, but sometimes that can lead to you maybe rushing a little bit, short-arming your pitches, missing in the zone. Lee Abshire wasn't the last at-bat, but for most of the game, he's been pretty calm, cool, and collected, and I think that's the goal of this mound visit here for Erlab, is just to tell his young guy, listen, you've been effective all game, just 3 hits allowed, just throw your strikes and trust your stuff here. Tough hitter coming up in Castillo. Abshire got him last time. Castillo 1 for 2 on the day.
As he'll have to face off against Chad Castillo in this situation. Castillo is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out on the day.
I must be dyslexic.
As Abshire is ready. Runners at first and second. The pitch to him will miss outside and low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. To Castillo at the plate, a Santa Ana, California native, and attends Cal Baptist University. 333 hitter for the Bucs, as the 1-0 pitch is grounded right back to Abshire. It hits off his leg. Abshire will throw it over to first in time for out number 2. So a great play by Abshire as umpires will call time to check up on Abshire because that was a hard hit ball that went right back to him, hit him right in the leg. And so appears to be okay. As great awareness by Abshire on the mound to embrace the pain of getting hit by a ball that he couldn't really do anything about and make the play over at first to get at least 1 out in that situation. Runners at second and third now, threatening to score now, but 2 outs to number 27, Blake Paul, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. A Scottsdale, Arizona native, just like a few of the minors, like Cody Huff and pitching coach Jeff Erlab. No balls, 1 strike to him, as Abshire is ready with the 0-1 pitch, and that is in there for a call, for a tipped strike 2. Arizona versus Arizona matchup. Abshire out of Arizona, Paul out of Arizona. 0-2 count to him, runners on second and third. Bucs threatening to score here in the top of the 5th inning. Abshire ready, the 0-2 pitch is popped up, and now go out of play down the first base foul line, and that'll go out of play for a souvenir, and the count will remain 0-2. Paul batting .200 on the season, batted .269 for Arizona last season. Abshire looks in, gets his sign, the 0-2 pitch on its way, swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll be your inning. So the Bucs will leave runners on second and third as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. Eight, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Miners in this inning. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, Miners lead the Anchorage Bucs 2-0. Martinez out of Baylor University will step up to the plate and lead things off for the Miners. First pitch to him will be in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Michael Free is still on the mound for the Bucs as he's gone 4 innings now with 2 earned runs, 1 hit, and no errors, as the 1-0 pitch is driven down the left field line, and that will bounce in foul territory as left fielder Jack Castillo was unable to make that catch out there and left. Again, a lot of ground to cover in the outfield here at Herman Brothers. A lot of area. Unlike most ballparks in the ABL, a lot more space to work with. As Frias ready with the 1-1 pitch is grounded down the third base line. That will go foul. David Dennis, third base coach, makes the play and will throw that into the crowd for a souvenir. Count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Frias kicks and deals the 1-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed for strike 3, so Martinez is down on strikes. And he'll go 0 for 1 on the ball game.
Your left fielder, number 29, Colin Montez.
Colin Montez now gets a shot at the plate. Out of Marysville, Washington, attends Wazoo University, a 286 hitter there, a 135 hitter here, as he'll step in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch on its way to him is in there for a called strike 1. Frias gets a sign he wants. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch is on its way. Is grounded foul down the third base line, and that will make it a no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out count to Colin Montez. Montez was pinched hit last night, and he went 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout as the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 1, 1-2. So a long game last night for the Miners, as the Miners are starting a long stretch of games here, as with the game last night going 12 innings, the 1-2 pitch on its way grounded foul, and the count remained 1-2. That 12-inning game last night, they will not have an off day until next week on Monday, where they'll have 2 off days on Monday and Tuesday. But until then, they have a game every day, as the 1-2 pitch is lined out of play, foul, and the count remained 1-2. They face off against the Bucs tonight, and then Wednesday till Sunday, they'll be at the Oilers for 7 games there. 6 games there, as they'll face off against the Oilers a lot in that span of days. Frias shakes off the first 2 pitches he sees. The 1-2 pitch on its way is grounded foul, so Montez is battling here. Long at-bat for him, as he's really shown good discipline at the plate, fouling them off, making Frias show something that he wants to see. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, so back-to-back strikeouts for the Miners for 2 outs on the inning. We'll bring up the top of the lineup, Kobe Boulware, to see if he can get things going here with 2 outs. Boulware out of Anthem, Arizona. In the game last night, he scored 3 of the 4 runs, as the first pitch to him is grounded down the third base side. David Dennis with another incredible play over there at third base, and we'll throw it into the fans again for a souvenir. So he's making plays over at third base.
Natural born athlete down there.
I mean, the 1 pitch on its way, curveball inside for ball 1. You know, he's a college coach. He's not like the other 2 coaches that are in high school. He really knows how to make plays over there. The 1-1 pitch on its way is popped up. Right fielder Justin Vandenbrake appears to be under it and will make the catch for out number 3. As the Miners go up, 3 down on 2 strikeouts, no hits, no errors, no runners left on. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Miners lead 2-0.
Leading off the Bucs sixth. First
Ryan
pitch,
Sullivan to
25.
lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning for the Anchorage Bucs, as he'll step into the right-handed batter's box. Randy Abshire on the mound, pitching beautifully through 5 innings. His 6th inning of work underway as he toes the rubber. Gets his sign ready at the belt is Abshire. Kicks and deals the first pitch. It is popped up as Ricky Martinez appears to be under it and will make the play for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Abshire here. Bringing up Cole Tate. Tate 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a line out as he steps in the right-handed batter's box to get a shot here. Other ABL action as the first pitch to Tate will miss for ball 1. Other ABL action, the Chinooks and Pilots are playing tonight. The Pilots currently lead the Chinooks 7-2 in the bottom of the 5th, as the Chinooks have been struggling in these past couple of games, as they are 9.5 games back of first, and they have lost a lot. I believe 8 in a row now they have lost. 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Tate at the plate. Other ABL standings, the Oilers are just above the Chinooks at 8-16, 8.5 games back, and the Miners will be seeing a lot of them next week. The Pilots are 13-10, as the 2-1 pitch will miss high for ball 3, 3-1 to the count. They're 13-10, 3 games back out of first, so a big separation from 4th to 3rd place. The Miners are in 2nd, 14-8, 1.5 games back, and the Bucs are in 1st, 16-7, as the ground ball to Huff over at 3rd will throw to 1st in time for out number 2, as Abshire is being very efficient this inning. Brandon, what have you seen out of Abshire so far that you've really liked? I know there's a lot of it so far in this ball game, but what's one thing that's really stood out to you?
Well, early in this game, struggling a little bit with his command, just didn't quite settle in. Single and a hit by pitch in the first inning, but he responded with 2 strikeouts, and that's what I've liked the most. He's responded to all the adversity in this game very strongly. You see here in this inning, he's come out throwing darts. In fact, he seems to be getting more accurate as the game goes along. As the first pitch, this batter misses for a ball, 1-0. But just the way he's able to change speeds has been very important. I don't think really none of these hitters have been able to time up his curveball very well. A lot of late movement, good changing of speeds from fastball to curveball as he drops another slow breaking ball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, as we see that right there. Beautiful pitch for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to him with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Abshire ready on the mound. The 1-1 pitch will be in there for a called strike 2. Beautiful fastball. As again, we see those switching of speeds to throw the batter off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Caden Hobson at the plate, as a lefty on lefty matchup is upon us here. The 1-2 pitch is lined fouled on the 3rd base line and will be foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the top of the 6th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0, although the Miners only have 1 hit on this ball game. Hits have not been coming easy through 5 innings, only 4 hits through those. 3 for the Bucs, 1 for the Miners. The 1-2 pitch is popped up to left field. Running over there is Colin Montez. Will he make the play? No, he will not, but that will go foul, as the count will go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out to Caden Hobson at the plate, a Redlands, California native, as he's batting .333 on the year with 6 RBIs and currently no extra base hits on the season, as he looks to change that tonight. The 1-2 pitch to him will miss outside for ball 2, and the count leaving up at 2-2, and we have 2s on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Miners lead 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning.
It looks like this will be Abshire's last inning. We see some guys warming up, and his pitch count's also creeping up towards 100.
Abshire ready with the 2-2 pitch. It's grounded to second baseman Kobe Boulware. He fields it, throws over to Williamson at first in time for out number 3. So a beautiful inning by Abshire to knock him down. 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no errors, no runners left on. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. And here we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners lead this one 2-0 as Eric Webb to get things going here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Michael Free is still on the mound as the first pitch to Webb will miss for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Webb. St. Peters, Missouri native, batting .333 for the Miners. The 1-0 pitch to Webb will be fouled out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Free is ready again. Will toe the rubber and look in to get his sign from catcher Hobson as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Webb at the plate. Webb is 4th in the ABL in average as the 1-2 pitch to him is popped up down the first base line. It appears that Ryan Sullivan is under it and makes the play for out number 1 to set down Webb on a pop-up in foul territory. As Aaron Walters will step into the plate. And for this ball game, recent rankings of all the summer collegiate teams all across America put the Anchorage Bucs at 5th and then put the Matsu Miners at 15. So the first pitch to Walters, curveball outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And a little loose. Matsu Miners only 15. The 1-0 pitch is grounded down the first base line. Will be made the play by Ryan Sullivan and will tap on first base for out number 2. As the Bucs have been ranked 5th and the Miners 15th. So a 5 versus 15th matchup here at Herman Brothers Field. Exciting to see that. Do you agree with that standing?
Well, it's been a very even matchup for these two teams on the year. Bucs have taken 5 of 9 of the matchups. However, the Miners have outscored the Bucs in total runs in the 9 games, so I think they should be a little closer. Saying the Bucs are 10 spots ahead of the Miners, I think is a little generous. If anything, the Miners might be ahead, and after this win, even series, and then Miners would outscore them if the Miners are able to hang on tonight.
The 1-0 pitch is lined up the middle by Williamson as that will get down. Williamson rounding first, heading for 2. and will be in there. So Williamson, realizing that the outfield kind of lollygagged to get that ball as he was looking for two right after he hit that, and will take second.
And there you go. Make him pay for it. You saw he was staring right at two as soon as he was rounding that back. Center fielder Isaac Barrera, like you said, just kind of trotting over towards that ball. Williamson doesn't look like the fastest runner given how big he is, but he got a full head of steam coming around first there and was able to dig it out for two and put some pressure on this defense. Great heads-up base running there to put himself in scoring position for Justin Kirby.
Kirby now at the plate with the man in scoring position. And good by Williamson to realize hits have not been coming easy, so get himself in scoring position in this situation with Kirby at the plate. First pitch to Kirby is popped up out of play for strike one, as Kirby is 0 for 1 in the night with a fourth inning walk in the second inning pop up to second base, as he's now down the count 0-1. Frias ready on the mound. Will get his sign. Williamson gets his lead from second. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball in there for strike two. And now Justin Kirby is behind the count now 0-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. Frias ready at the belt. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Curveball again will miss inside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kirby. Kirby, 15 RBIs on the season. Looking for his 16th here in this situation with the man on second. Frias gets the sign he wants. Looks over to Williamson at second. The 1-2 pitch is a pop up to center field. It appears that will stay in the ballpark. Isaac Barrera at center under it and will make the catch for out number 3. So the Miners get a hit, but will leave a man on. No errors, no runs as we go to the top of the 7th inning. I'm throwing it back over to Brandon Monty for the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning as we go to the top of the 7th. Miners lead this one 2-0.
Randy Epshire's night is complete. Goes 6 innings of 3 hit, 4 strikeout ball. Another phenomenal start from the left-hander as he is in line for his 3rd consecutive victory. New pitcher out of the bullpen for the Mat-Su Miners. It'll be right-hander Jack White, number 27, a redshirt freshman, a 6'4", 200-pound righty from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the University of New Mexico. On the year, White is 0-2 with a 4.22 earned run average in 9 2/3 innings of work. He will face Justin Vanderbrake to start the top of the 7th. First pitch on the way, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. On the year, White, 6 appearances. It's his 7th look this year. 205 opponent's batting average, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 homers, both of which have been allowed against the Bucs, as Vanderbrake grounds one back up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Justin Vanderbrake as the Bucs have a runner at first, nobody down, to start the top half of inning number 7.
Now batting third baseman number 29, Justin Cook.
White's last outing was June 24th against the Bucs. Went 1 inning, gave up 1 run, 1 walk, 2 punchouts. He was 1-0 with a 10.80 ERA at New Mexico this year for the Lobos. Vanderbrake gets his lead from first. Justin Cook's at the plate. White from the stretch deals first pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. These are the 2 best fielding teams in the ABL. In terms of fielding percentage, 21 errors for the Miners, 26 for the Bucs. First and second in the league as Cook grounds one over to short, and Martinez bobbles it, can't come up with it. And that one is going to go down as an error. So a single and an error to start the top of the 7th as the Bucs are threatening to bring it back. They've got 2 base runners here to start the inning, and the 9th hitting Taishi Nakawaki is coming up. Nick, the bottom of the order doing some damage for the Bucs here.
Yeah, and right as you said, the 2 best fielding teams kind of jinxed it there. But, again, the bottom of the order really doing some work here. Nakawaki already has 1 hit on the night. Now has runners at first and second as Willie steps in.
Nakawaki squares for a bunt, pulls it back, but it's a called strike anyway. Ideal bunting situation for the Bucs here with first and second, nobody down. Been a lot of small ball on the day, just 2 runs between these teams and 6 hits. As Nakawaki steps back into the box, he's 1 for 2. Hit a weak line drive over first for a single his last time around. The corners are playing in for a bunt as White steps off as they try to look at a pickoff play there, but nothing doing. Vanderbrake at second. Cook at first. Nobody down. 2-0 Miners in the lead. White is ready. 0-1 pitch. Nakawaki squares bunt, and he didn't pull it back as he misses for strike 2. Funny, the first pitch was right there. He pulled back for a strike. That one out of the zone, and he went after it. Now 0-2, so you got to be thinking he's probably going to swing away. There's a right-hander getting loose in the Bucs bullpen. Looks like Robert Hamby. No action for the Miners. White steps back out on the mound. Redshirted in 2018 for the Lobos. Comes ready at the belt. 0-2 pitch. And he'll step off. Give another look at Vanderbrake here as he quickly steps back out on the mound. Miners looking to put the finishing touches on victory number 15 on the year, but the Bucs threatening here in the top of the 7th. Wind has died down a bit here at Herman Brothers Field. Still a gorgeous night for baseball. White's ready. 0-2 pitch on the way. Nakawaki squares bunt and gets it down. White corrals it, throws over to first. It is in time. Just barely beat Nakawaki at the bag. Not often you see a bunt laid down with 2 strikes, but the shortstop does his job, moving the runners up 90 feet each. 2 men in scoring position now for Isaac Barrera. He is 0 for 2 on the night. Walk and 2 groundouts. 1 to the pitcher, 1 to the second baseman, and a groundout to the pitcher would be just what the Miners need here as White tries to work his way out of trouble. Miners still up 2. Barrera at the dish. First pitch to him is on the way, and it's low for a ball, 1-0. Anchorage Bucs 7-3 this season on the road. Miners 9-3 at home. Bucs 3-2 so far on this 7-game road trip as the 1-0 is popped foul out of play to the left side. Reminder, folks, a foul ball can do damage to your car. You can visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts if it happens to you. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. The 6'4" right-hander Jack White comes set from the stretch. 1-1 on the way, misses outside for a ball, 2-1. Still an open base here for the Bucs. Second and third, one out. Miners up 2-0. Bucs threatening here. Isaac Barrera at the plate, Chad Castillo to follow. White is ready, the 2-1 on the way, is grounded over to third. It's a fair ball down the left field line. 1 run scores, Barrera gets to first on the single. Cook moves over to third, and the Bucs strike. It's 2-1. So Isaac Barrera drives in the first run of the game for these Anchorage Bucs.
Now batting, left fielder number 26,
RBI number
Castillo.
12 on the year for the Bucs leadoff hitter. And the lead is cut in half.
And the Miners shift in that situation. We saw it earlier. They did it again where left and center fielders were playing up on that one. And that probably saved the run because left fielder Colin Montes was able to get to that ball fast and keeping the runner at third and not scoring.
Runners at the corners, 1 out. White will look to keep Cook from scoring here and tying the game. Chad Castillo at the plate, first pitch to him, misses away. 1-0 the count. Miners took the lead 2-0 in the bottom of the third. Neither team scored in the fourth, fifth, and sixth. The Bucs on the board now, 2-1. Runner goes, the pitch is fouled. Castillo just got a piece of it off the catcher. So 1-1 now the count. Castillo at the dish. He is 1 for 3. Singled in the first and has grounded out twice since to second and to the pitcher. Attendance tonight, 812 at Herman Brothers Field. Not quite the turnout we had last evening. The season high of 1,200 just 24 hours ago against the Chinooks. But still a good crowd on hand, most of them still here, as we've got a good finish brewing as the 1-1 pitch misses away for a ball, 2-1. As White looking to work his way out of trouble. Try to limit the damage here and hold the lead. Castillo digs back in, 2-1 the count, runners at the corners, 1 out, Miners 2, Bucs 1. White is ready, collects himself, and now throws back over to first. And a dive by Barrera, and he's safe. A win tonight would put the Miners a half game out of first in the Alaska Baseball League. A loss would put them at 2.5 out of the top spot in the league. 2-1 pitch on the way to Castillo, misses for ball 3. Hitters count 3-1 now to Chad Castillo. White has struggled this year against the Bucs, Nick. It's his third appearance against Anchorage this year, and he's allowed a run against them in each of his 3 outings. The 3-1 on the way is hit in the air out to left field. This one's drifting to the left. Montes in foul ground, dives and cannot make the catch. Just barely missed it, but had he made the catch, that may have scored the sacrifice fly there. So it's a tough situation as an outfielder. You obviously always want to get the outs, but at the same time, on a diving play like that, Justin Cook easily scores from third. Montes wouldn't have had the time to get up and throw him out. It's a tough play on either end of the spectrum. 3-2 count. Runner still at the corners, 1 out. Castillo digs back in. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. A throw down to second. Now back to home and not in time. So an interesting play there. Castillo strikes out. Walters throws down to second on the steal. Not in time, as it was cut off by Martinez in front of the bag. And the throw to the plate not in time to get Justin Cook. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game. 2-2 now our score at Herman Brothers Field. Bucs and Miners in a deadlock. White looking to keep it at a tie here. Blake Paw steps in. Righty on righty matchup. Barrera gets his lead from second. White steering him down. First pitch now to Paw. Misses inside and high for ball one, 1-0.
In the batter's box for the Bucs, DH number 27, Blake Paul.
Paw 0 for 1 on the evening. Hit by pitch, a walk and a strikeout. He's up in the count here, 1-0. The 1-0 to him. Waved at him, missed for strike one. Paw behind on the fastball there, and the count even at 1-1. One of the more dangerous power hitters in this Alaska Baseball League. Paw's got 5 homers. As he steps back into the box, White's ready. Gives Barrera a look. Now the 1-1 on the way. Waved at and missed again. Late on another fastball. Good heater from White. 1-2 the count. White with 1 strikeout now in the inning, looking for 2 and looking to get himself out of this 7th inning. There's a right-hander now getting loose in the Miners bullpen in the right field corner. White's ready. Checks the runner at second. Barrera a big lead as White stepping off and bring him back to the box there. 2-2 our ball game. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Bucs. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Miners. The pitch is just off the outside part of the plate. Count even, 2-2. And that error coming back to bite the Miners here, Nick, in this half of the inning.
Yeah, it's tough to see that one, but still tie ball game. Still a lot of baseball left to be played.
2-2 on the way is waved at a miss for strike 3. Paw couldn't catch up to the fastball, and the side is retired. But the Bucs tie it up in the top of the 7th. Stretch time at Herman Brothers Field. Bucs Miners tied at 2.
And sing out.
Stretch time is over as the bottom of the 7th is coming up here at Herman Brothers Field. Tie ball game. Bucs 2, Miners 2, 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Valley's finest here in this bottom half of the 7th. New pitcher for the Bucs. It's going to be right-hander Robert Hanby as his first pitch to huff a heater That is in there on the outside corner for a called strike one. Robert Hamby making his 10th appearance on the year, 4-0 with a 4.80 ERA and 15 innings of work. A 6'6", 225-pounder as the 0-1 a breaking ball that drops in, and 2 straight strikes looking here as it's 0-2 now to Cody Huff, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Fielder's choice and a walk to his credit thus far. Huff steps in, a Stanford commit. Digs into the right-handed batter's box. Hamby working from the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Misses inside for a ball. 1-2. Robert Hamby is the league leader in wins and appearances. 3 runs in 5 innings pitched in 3 appearances against the Miners this year. Hamby is ready. 1-2 on the way to Cody Huff. Misses. Good layoff there by Huff on the breaking ball out of the zone. 2-2. Hamby's been struggling. 6 runs allowed now in his last 2 appearances. He has 2 saves on the year. A native of Demorest, Georgia, and Winthrop University. 2-2 pitch on the way is swung on and grounded foul off the screen. 2-2 now the count. Hamby, 15 hits allowed, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 1 homer, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opponents hitting .259 against him. Pitched just once this past year for Winthrop. Went 3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. A 2-2 on the way is grounded right back at Hamby. It deflects off of him. He recovers, flips it over to first in time to beat out Huff by about a step. And now we'll see if Hamby is okay, as the coaches will head out to check on him as he took a hard ground ball off the chest there. But he was able to recollect himself and make the play, and he gives the thumbs up to the umpires and his coaches, saying that he's all right. And Nick, not too many things scarier for a pitcher than a comebacker to the mound.
Yeah, it's tough in those situations because there's really nothing you can do about it. And Randy Abshire got hit by 1 already in this ball game, and now Hamby now here in the bottom half of the 7th, and both times the pitchers were able to realize the importance of getting the out at first and be able to make the play, and then able to walk it off at the end. So it's good to see them be able to walk it off, but just scary situations all around with that play.
Sam Thompson's going to dig in for the Miners, the 7th hitter. 0 for 2 on the night. He's grounded into a double play and flew out to left field his first time around. He'll get another crack at it here as he looks to add to the hit column for the Miners. They have just 2 hits in this one. Hamby is ready as the 6'6 righty deals, and the first pitch is lined to left center, and that's going to be a base hit. So speaking it into existence there as Thompson picks up his first hit of the night, the 3rd for the Miners, and they have a runner at first with 1 out, and coming up is the shortstop, Ricky Martinez. Martinez scored the game-winning run in last night's game on a wild pitch. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs against the Bucs back on June 27th. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He walked and scored back in the 3rd inning on an Eric Webb double, and he's also struck out swinging. Hamby is ready. Working from the right side of the rubber, comes set. Thompson gets his lead. Martinez squares bunt, pulls it back, but it's a called strike regardless on the outside part of the plate. 0-1, now the count. Martinez 5 runs, 4 RBIs, 1 double, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts on the season. Came into this one hitting .163. Digs into the right-handed batter's box. Hamby is ready. The 0-1 is low. Missed below the knees with the fastball. 1-1, now the count. Most of these fans have not left. They are sticking around here late in this ball game for what should be another exciting finish here at Herman Brothers Field in Game 1 of the second half of this season for the Miners, as the 1-1 to Martinez misses. Good eye by the shortstop. 2-1, now the count. Runner at first, 1 out. 2-2 ball game. The Bucs tied it up in the top half of the inning. Miners got their 2 back in the bottom of the 3rd. They've been striking early in several of their past games over this last week, as the 2-1 is waved at and missed by Martinez. Chased a pitch low and out of the zone for strike 2. Martinez will dig back into the box. Colin Montez is waiting in the on-deck circle. Thompson gets his lead. Hamby gives him 2 looks, readjusts his cap, and comes set. 2-2 on the way, is grounded over to third, but this one will go just left of the line, foul. So we'll do it again. 2-2 now the count. Following this game, the Mat-Su Miners will play 6 games in Kenai from tomorrow, Wednesday, July the 3rd, through July 7th, Sunday, including a doubleheader on Saturday. Tomorrow's game will start at 7 p.m. out in Kenai. You can catch the pregame show 30 minutes prior to first pitch. First pitch, 7 p.m. The 2-2 on the way to Martinez is a check swing. They appeal, and they say he went around. Strike 3 swinging for the second out of the inning. Martinez set down on strikes for the second time tonight. It'll be up to Colin Montez here in this bottom half of the 7th to get something going. Like Martinez, he is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Montez digs into the left-handed batter's box. Thompson still on first, and a baseball coming in from the bullpen that rolls out onto the field, so a quick timeout here to attend to that. Both bullpens here at Herman Brothers Field are on the field, so always got to watch out. The bullpens do for any balls in play. Foul balls hit to the side as Montez first pitch swinging, grounds it to second. The flip over from Tate to Nakawaki gets the force at second, and the side is retired. Miners get a hit but can't do anything with it. They leave one stranded. We're through 7 at Herman Brothers Field. Tie ball game, 2-2. Four, five, six due up for the Bucs here. The heart of Grant Palmer's order is coming up, and they will face a new pitcher, the 3rd for the Miners tonight, 2nd out of the bullpen. It will be number 22, Evan Floyd, as Ryan Sullivan will dig in. Cole Tate on deck, and after him is Caden Hobson. Evan Floyd making his 7th appearance on the year as he steps out onto the mound. Working from the stretch, comes set at the belt. Sullivan digs in. First pitch to him is grounded over towards short. Martinez up with it, throws over to first. It's a one-hop, and Williamson picked it up, and what a play by Drew Williamson. Great recovery. The throw was to the left of the bag, and it bounced. But Williamson picked it and showed great presence of mind to scoop the ball and make the tag on the back of Ryan Sullivan. What a play to save an error there from Williamson. So 1 up, 1 down for Evan Floyd. He's 0-0 on the season, no decisions, 5.23 ERA and 10 1/3 innings of work. 8 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings for Floyd since giving up 6 earned back on opening day against the Chinooks, as the first pitch to Cole Tate misses away for a ball, 1-0. Floyd's last time out against the Bucs, June 24th, went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and got out of it without giving up a run. Floyd is ready. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Tate misses in the dirt, so he's down quickly, 2-0. Opponents hitting .310 against Floyd this year, but has only given up 7 hits in his last 8 2/3 outings, which, as I mentioned, he has not given up any runs in that stretch. 2-0 on the way from Floyd. A fastball, and that one's in there at about thigh level. 2-1 with Caden Hobson waiting on deck. Cole Tate at the dish. Top of the 8th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Tie ball game. Bucs 2, Miners 2. Floyd is ready. 2-1 pitch on the way. Paints the outside corner and was at about knee level, and Tate couldn't believe it as he just stared down at the plate for about 4 seconds after that one in disbelief. Shocked that that one was called a strike, but it's even 2-2 now. Nobody on, 1 out. Floyd working from the stretch. 2-2 on the way, waved at and missed for strike 3. Good breaking ball that broke to the outside part of the plate and away from Tate, and he came up empty. So 2 up, 2 down for Floyd here in this 8th inning. That's the 4th strikeout this year for the right-hander as he looks to set down these Bucs 1-2-3 and give the bats back to the Miners. Coming up to bat is Caden Hobson. Hobson, the 6th hitting catcher. Justin Vanderbrake on deck. Hobson digs in. 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is popped foul to the left side, out of play. Reminder, folks, a foul ball can do some damage to your car. You can always stop in and visit the folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. Hobson digs into the left-handed batter's box. 0-1 on the way. A breaking ball that misses upstairs. 1-1 is now our count to Hobson, who is 5 for 13 with 4 ribbies over his last 3 games, but has not been too productive tonight. Not a night to write home about for the catcher thus far. He's 0 for 3. Floyd is ready. 1-1 on the way is hit well out towards right center field, but not quite deep enough as Webb is underneath it and makes the routine catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. Evan Floyd comes in and sets down the heart of the Bucs order. 1-2-3. But Miners coming to bat. Bottom of the 8th inning. We are tied at 2. Back with you here at Herman Brothers Field, bottom of the 8th, coming up. Miners 2, Bucs 2, here on Frontiersman and 100.9 Country Legends Night here at the ballpark as we celebrate our Special Olympians. They were honored with a lovely ceremony prior to the start of the game, honoring some of our athletes of the year. And Country Legends 100.9 is where me and Nick are located on every Monday starting at 7 a.m. as we talk Miners baseball and some other things. You know, we've got some good questions thrown at us by Kathy these past couple of weeks. Nick threw us off for a bit. We're both 0 for 2 on the trivia question of the week. Little ashamed. I'm pretty ashamed.
They're called impossible, so I mean you're supposed to get them wrong, I guess. I don't know, but they're tough questions, and we have some fun with that. It's a pretty laid-back atmosphere. Talk about some Miners baseball with the results from the past week and the week to come, and we just have a good time every Monday morning. It's tough to get up for, but you know we make it worth your while.
Certainly do. As Kobe Boulware digs in, the leadoff 1-2-3 stepping in for the Miners.
Your second baseman, number 3.
In this bottom half of the 8th inning, Boulware is 0 for 1 on the night. A walk, a sacrifice bunt, and a fly out to this point. We'll see if this top third of the Miner lineup can do some damage. New pitcher on the mound for the Bucs. It'll be Colton Rendon, who has been very effective for the black and gold this year. Working from the stretch, comes set. And the first pitch on the way to Kobe Boulware is grounded back to the mound, and Rendon scoops it up, flips to first in time for a quick out number 1 on just one pitch. So Boulware is set down, and Eric Webb is coming up. Colton Rendon, no decisions on the year. It's his 10th appearance. ERA 0.64, the second best ERA of any bullpen pitcher this year, as Rendon's been very effective. 14 innings pitched, the ABL leader in saves with 5, but coming in a damage control role here, just trying to limit the Miners' offense, as the first pitch to Eric Webb on the way is fouled to the right side, not a play. And I'm surprised, Nick, that Webb was first pitch swinging on that one after a one-pitch out to start the 8th.
Yeah, I guess Rendon's been he fired 2 fastballs there in the zone, and Webb wanted to get attack that one, but went foul, so 0-1 pitch on the way.
The Miners are pretty familiar with Rendon as Webb takes this one deep out to left center field. It's got a chance, and it's going to hit off the wall in the left center field gap. Webb's rounding second, and he will stay there. His second double, as that one just missed getting out of here. Pretty much the same spot as his first double back in the 3rd inning that drove in 2. As Eric Webb has found his groove here tonight, he's got 2 of the 4 Miner hits, both of which deep doubles to left center field. And the Miners have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Aaron Walters. Walters 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a ground out to first his last time around. Has a chance to pick up hit number 1 here and extend his hit streak to 7 games. Walters is ready. Rendon comes set. He's allowed just 1 earned run this season and has run into some trouble in the 8th. First pitch to Walters misses away for a ball. And Nick, the Miners are pretty familiar with Rendon. He has appeared against them 3 times this season.
Yeah, and the Miners are going to use that past experience to their advantage and just look to see what they saw in the past and know what he is capable of doing, and we'll see what happens here.
1-0 pitch is in there. Fastball at the knees for a called strike 1. Opponents hitting just 106 against Rendon this year, as 2 Winthrop guys have come out of the bullpen for the Bucs here in this ball game. Rendon's allowed 5 hits, 1 run, 16 strikeouts, 4 walks. He had 9 saves for the Winthrop Eagles this past year. He's ready on the left side of the rubber. 1-1 pitch on the way to Walters. Misses off the outside part of the plate. Good eye there by Wally. 2-1. Other action in the ABL. The Anchorage Glacier Pilots lead the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks 7-3. That one's in the top half of inning number 7 as the Chinooks in danger of losing their 6th consecutive ball game. 2-1 pitch on the way to Walters is lined to left field, and it's just foul. Just missing down the left field line, so 2-2 now the count. Good contact there by Walters, just a little bit behind it as he'll look to straighten that out. 812 fans screaming out charge cheer, and they're on the edge of their seat for the second straight night as we've got another close finish brewing here at Herman Brothers Field. 2-2 pitch on the way is lined into right center field, and this one's going to get down in the gap. Webb is rounding third. David Dennis is waving him home, and there is going to be no play at the plate. Webb is safe. He dives in head first safely. It's an RBI single for Aaron Walters in the bottom of the eighth, and the Miners take the lead 3-2. Great piece of hitting there with 2 strikes from Aaron Walters to hit a gapper to right center. Walters picks up his 11th RBI of the season. He extends his hit streak to 7 games. Webb comes around to score, and just the second run of the year allowed for Colton Rendon. 3-2 ball game now. Both teams now even in the hit column at 5 apiece. Williamson steps in for the Miners. Rendon is ready. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Williamson. A fastball that misses high and away for ball 1. And now closer Jacob McNary is getting loose in the Miners bullpen out in right field. Rendon is ready. Walters gets his lead from first. The 1-0 offering on its way is waved at and missed for strike 1. Big hack there by Williamson, but couldn't quite catch up with it. Another low-scoring ball game here tonight. 4-3 was the final last night. 3-2 our current score here in the bottom of the eighth. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. Rendon is ready. Working slowly here, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball in at the knees for strike 2. Williamson at the dish. Justin Kirby waits in the on-deck circle. Middle infield in double play depth. Taishi Nakawaki and Cole Tate playing close to the bag at second. Williamson steps back in. He has doubled once today, 1 for 3, now the ABL leader in that category. 1-2 pitch. High and away, ball 2. The Bucs lost 4 straight to start July last year, and the Miners, the opposite end of the spectrum, they won 5 of their first 6 in the month of July in 2018. We'll see how the trends follow this year. Williamson digs in. Rendon is ready. 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. Good pick by Hobson as he takes a look down to first. Walters stays put. (3-2) the count. Williamson digs back in. 1 for 3 on the evening. Walters at first. Has yet to steal a bag for the Miners this year. 3-2 pitch is on its way. And it's hit in the air out to left field. Shallow left. Going to be a tough play though. Justin Cook running backwards makes the catch over the shoulder for the second out. It didn't look like Cook had much of an angle on that ball there, or a tough one, I should say. Would have thought Nakawaki was going to call him off there as he had a better running angle towards the ball, but Cook corralled it nonetheless for the second out of the inning as Justin Kirby digs into the box. He is 0 for 2. Kirby's father played baseball at Northwestern, so Justin following at the Division I level at Kent State. Entering the game, Kirby led the team with 100 plate appearances on the year. Digs back in again. He started every game for him. Looks to get in the hit column tonight. First pitch to him on the way. A fastball painting the outside corner for a called strike 1. It is 2 at-bats and 3 plate appearances on the day. Kirby has popped out, flown out, and walked. Steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Rendon working patiently here. 0-1 on the way. Fastball just off the outer part of the plate, 1-1. A reminder, a Miners victory would put them within a half game of first place in the Alaska Baseball League. The Bucs enter today 16-7, Miners 14-8. They are the top 2 teams in this ABL, as they've been for the last couple of seasons. The 1-1 pitch on the way is lined back up the middle, base hit. So Justin Kirby is in the hit column. First one of the day. He's now 1 for 3 on a line drive single into center. And the Miners have 2 base runners with 2 down for Cody Huff. Huff gets his first look at Rendon tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk, a fielder's choice, and a ground out back to the pitcher. Huff has a chance to get his first hit on the night here, as Kirby just did. 2 men on, 2 men out. Miners up 3-2. Rendon is ready. First pitch to Huff on the way is lined foul to the right side, out of play. The Miners spend their mornings lifting, running, and staying in shape by visiting the Alaska Club. Visit them in Anchorage, Eagle River, Fairbanks, Juneau, and the Mat-Su Valley. Visit www.thealaskaclub.com for more details. Huff steps back into the box. Rendon is ready. With his glove on the chest, the 0-1 pitch on the way, waved at and missed for strike 2. Huff late on the fastball, 0-2 count. Miners up 3-2. Trying to add on some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th. They already got one on a Eric Webb double, followed by an Aaron Walters RBI single. Huff is ready. Rendon's 0-2 is on the way, and it just misses below the knees. Tough layoff for Huff there. Hobson tried to frame it, but the home plate umpire says no dice. 1-2. Rendon back out on the mound, the 6'4", 225-pound righty from Jupiter, Florida, who went 3-3 at Winthrop this past year, deals 1-2, and it's in the dirt for ball 2. Good block by Hobson, runners unable to advance. Rendon, 35 1/3 innings of work. Out of Winthrop from the Big South Conference, made 27 appearances, all of which coming from the bullpen. Opponents hit .212 against him, 31 strikeouts, 11 walks. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on base. The pitch is grounded, chopped over to third. Cook corrals it, throws over to first base, and it is in time. For a second, it looked like Sullivan lost his footing on the bag, reaching for the ball, but first base umpire says he's out, and the side's retired. Miners leave 2 stranded, but they bring in the lead run on an Aaron Walters single. We're through 8 at Herman Brothers Field. Miners up 3-2. Jacob McNary coming into the game to try to close things down for the Miners in the top of the 9th. Justin Vandenbrink coming up for the Anchorage Bucs here in the top of the ninth after the Miners took the lead on an Aaron Walters single in the bottom of the eighth. Some changes. Caden Hogan now in at short, and closer Jacob McNary on the mound looking to shut it down and get his 5th save on the year as the first pitch on the way to Justin Vandenbrink runs inside and nearly gets him for ball one as Vandenbrink able to scoot out of danger there and looked like he might have wished that hit him there as he was looking back at his dugout saying, oh, I should have took one for the team. But instead, it's 1-0 now as he digs back in. McNary ready, the 1-0 on the way, misses for ball two. So 2-0 now the count to the 7th inning. Vandenbrink 7, 8, 9 are due up for the Bucs here in this top half of the ninth. Justin Cook is in the on-deck circle. Vandenbrink on the day is 1 for 3. He singled and later scored his last time around. 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike one. This is the 9th appearance on the year for Jacob McNary. No decisions, ERA 0 in 9 innings of work. Second in the ABL in saves. Fastball topping out in the low 90s as the 2-1 pitch is fouled to the right side and flies out of play. So 2-2 now the count. Opponents hitting 161 against McNary. 5 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. A native of Athens, Alabama, a 6'2", 192-pound righty, and attends the University of Alabama. 2-2 pitch is on the way, misses away from the zone. 3-2 is now the count to Justin Vandenbrink. Sweaty palms time once again here at Herman Brothers Field. A 3-2 score with McNary looking to shut the door on these Bucs. 3-2 on the way is hit high in the air out to left field. Colin Montez is underneath it. He's running in and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So good job by McNary to recover after starting the at-bat 2-0 to get Vandenbrink, and Justin Cook is coming up. Cook 1 for 3. Reached on an error, has singled, and flew out to center. Steps in for the 4th time today. Entered today's ball game, hitting .211. Righty on righty matchup. McNary from the windup. First pitch on the way. Paints the outside corner for a called strike one. McNary 3rd in the Alaska Baseball League in first pitch strike percentage. 81% on the year. 0-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball that drops in for a called strike two at the knees. Update on other ABL action, bottom of the 8th. It's Pilots 7, Chinooks 3. McNary ready. 0-2 on the way, just off the outside corner.
You hear the crowd go, oh, thinking that it was strike 3, and then when the umpire said ball 1, you hear the sigh of relief.
It was a close one as the 1-2 is waved at and missed, though. McNary says, no matter. I'll take it into my own hands here and get him swinging, and the Bucs are down to their last out.
As the saying goes, ball does not lie.
The ball certainly did not lie there as McNary picks up strikeout number 9 and is 1 out away from his 5th save in 5 tries. Taishi Nakawaki is up. He's the last chance for the Bucs. First pitch to him on the way is outside and high for ball 1. Nakawaki 1 for 2 on the day. Sacrifice bunt, a single and a pop out. McNary is ready. 1-0 is upstairs for ball 2. McNary, no decisions, 6.23 ERA at Alabama this past year in 13 innings of work. Has allowed just 1 hit in his last 4 outings as Nakawaki lines one to left field, and this one is going to be caught by Colin Montez at the warning track. A fantastic over-the-shoulder catch. And that is how you end a ball game, folks. Beautiful glove work from Montez, and it's a Miners victory. 3-2, our final score from Herman Brothers Field. What a game.
That's just incredible right there. Good win by the Miners. Half game back. Tie the season record up against the Bucs, up 5-5, which they desperately needed. They can now get the tiebreaker. Great all-around win. And great way to end the home series on 9 straight home wins.
4 home games, 4 victories on this homestand for the Miners. They've now won 5 in a row total, and they've won 9 in a row at Herman Brothers Field. They beat the Anchorage Bucs 3-2 and pull within a half game of Anchorage for first place in the Alaska Baseball League. The Miners have been on fire as of late, and it continues tonight. Once again, our final score, the Miners defeat the Anchorage Bucs 3-2. We are back in action tomorrow against the Peninsula Oilers in Kenai. First pitch set for 7 p.m. It'll be the start of a 6-game road trip against the Oilers. The Miners are now 15-8, the Bucs 16-8, as the Miners will look to keep the hot streak going against an Oilers team that they went 5-0 against here at Herman Brothers Field just 2 weeks ago. We'll see if that success carries on the road trip. We'll have interviews from coaches and our player of the game coming up here shortly. Again, final score from Herman Brothers Field. The Miners win it 3-2. So long, everybody. Welcome in, everybody, to part one of the post-game show brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Brandon Monty here alongside head coach Tyler LeBrun. And Tyler, 4 straight here on the homestand in 4 tries, 5 wins in a row, 9 straight here at Herman Brothers Field. Seems like everything is clicking here, especially the pitching staff. It seems like every time the pitchers come out, they're more mature, relaxed, and they're just getting better by the day.
Yeah, the more reps they're going to get, the more comfortable they're going to get. But this is a team win for us big time. And again, I can't get over how proud I am of our guys and how well they're competing. They're finding ways to win, and they're just a grimy, dirty team, and I like it. So the BD is definitely there for us.
No question. Randy Abshire's been on fire
Yeah.
as of late. That's his 3rd straight quality start. What can you tell me about Randy's progression as the season has gone on?
I love that kid. I love him. He probably can hear me say that right now outside. He's going to hold me to it. But he just wants to compete so bad, and it's not fabricated or fake or anything like that. He just wants to go out and compete every single time, and he gives us his best every time he goes out, and he was really impressive. You know, he didn't have his best stuff tonight, but he got through 5 or 6 for us, actually. Yeah, he
6
got through
innings.
6. We were sitting in the dugout, and Jeff goes, I think he's only going to be able to give us 4 or 5, and I was like, he'll get a 6, don't worry.
He
And
went 100
did.
pitches, too.
Yeah, you know, he just grinds to find ways to win and puts us in positions to win, and it's too bad we couldn't give him a W tonight, but again, he gave us all he had, like he does every night.
Eric Webb had been struggling in the last couple of games, we noticed. Had some trouble making contact, more strikeouts than usual.
Yeah.
You moved him to the 2 spot tonight,
Yeah.
and I noticed a lot of changes at the top of the lineup. Eric Webb gets 2 doubles. Aaron Walters, the single there to put you guys ahead. Why the lineup changes, and what do you think adjustments were made on Eric Webb's behalf?
You know, I talked to our guys. I talked to Webby before the game. I said, hey, I'm going to move you to the 2 spots. Nothing against you. Just, you know, you've been scuffling a little bit, and I want you to just get a different feel for things. And it obviously worked. We moved Wally up to the 3, and it worked for him. He hit 3 balls real hard tonight. We slid Kirby down to the 5 to get him a few more fastballs, and he gets a big knock for us. But, yeah, sometimes you just got to jumble things around a little bit, and it paid off for us tonight. So, yeah.
And last question, big road trip coming up.
Yeah.
Kenai tomorrow, bright and early in the morning. We'll be on the road. 6 games here on this trip. We took 5 from them earlier in the month, or earlier in June, I should say. How do you guys prepare for the Kenai trip? How does the team prepare, and what's the outlook going into the 6-game series?
It's tough to play down there. It's a fun trip for our guys. I like going down there because it builds a little more camaraderie and brotherhood. But there's no easy night. I've said this before, and I'm going to tell our guys when we get down there tomorrow that we're not taking anyone lightly. You know, we're out for blood, and you know, I think we're a half game back now in the Bucs, and so we got to take care of business down there and try to win that series while we're there, and just go out and compete every single day.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
Congratulations on another victory. We'll have part 2 of the post-game show coming up with tonight's player of the game, Randy Abshire. Stick around. You won't want to miss it.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome in, Miners fans, for part 2 of this post-game show. Miners beat the Bucs 3-2 in a great game tonight. I'm here alongside player of the game, Randy Abshire. Randy, the first inning, you didn't really have all your stuff with you. How do you basically put that in the past and attack the rest of your game?
It's really just trusting your pitches. I know I didn't have my changeup off the start, and I realized that in the bullpen. So you got to go what's next. Like, it was a fastball slider today. That's what was working. So you got to stick with it, and you got to just trust your guns. And that's the best thing you can do as a pitcher, and just try to grind it out as best as possible.
6 innings pitched, no earned runs, no runs on the game, setting up the Miners for a win. Basically, how do you feel that your quality start led basically to a great game for the Miners?
You know, it's just you try to go out there and do your best. And if you play for someone else, which I've been playing for these guys, I love these guys. So if you play for someone else, it just happens on its own. The guys put up runs towards the end, which we needed, and they gave us a good start off. In, I think, the 3rd or 4th inning, they put up 2, which is extremely helpful, takes the pressure off. But, yeah, we just got a good group of guys. We're grinders, and we're willing to put our everything on the line.
Last week, you're Arizona's Summer Collegiate Baseball Player of the Week. How does that feel to get that accomplishment?
Oh, that's fun. I mean, especially knowing that you could chirp with all the guys back home, saying, "Yeah, I did this," and you haven't done it yet. So that's kind of cool. But it's a humble experience. I mean, accomplishments come, and you just take them, and you just got to keep going with them. I mean, you just got to give your starts and just try your best.
And now talk to me through about your overall Alaska Baseball League experience so far to this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. I mean, we got good coaches, really good coaches who are trying to help us get better day by day, and it's just a grind. You just got to grind it out, and you got to take what you get, and you just play ball. You just got to keep playing ball.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Miners win 3-2, a half game back from the first place Anchorage Bucs. Tomorrow we'll be in Kenai as we face off against the Peninsula Oilers. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Hope you guys can join us here on YouTube Live, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for watching.